Okay, so I know how it feels to think that you have to learn anatomy to be able to draw beautiful poses. You just want to draw a body. You don't really want to learn about bones and muscles and so on. Okay? And obviously, many people might have also told you that you really have to learn it to draw amazing bodies. But I'm telling you, I drew this without learning anatomy. This is how I used to draw before when I didn't know anatomy, and here's how I draw now. Still don't really know anatomy, but I'm going to show you guys the tips and tricks I use. So let's go. Okay, so let's find the right reference first. I get my references from Pinterest. So I search for cool poses and then check out some different options that I find. Make sure that the reference you choose is not blurry, and also it doesn't really have baggy clothes on top of it. You can also search for celebrities. All the references that I used in this video are linked in the description box below, and they're all from Pinterest, by the way. So now we're going to draw the outline twice. Yeah, you heard me right. I said twice. We're going to draw one on the reference and the other by the side. We're starting with a circle and then we're going on to the neck. After the neck is what I call the line of action. It's from the middle of the body joining to the middle of the leg. I remove the reference first and then try to copy this line. Afterwards, I move on to draw a circle for the chest and then copy this again. Also, I basically now completed the chest region. So now we're going to draw circles for the joints on the shoulder, the elbow, and the wrist. Afterwards, we're going to go ahead and draw the waist. Remember that you should remove the reference before trying to copy it. It makes it a lot easier to duplicate it. Afterwards, we're going to basically draw the circles for the joints on the legs. And then we're going to draw the thighs and the legs, connecting it. Now I'm drawing the other arm, same thing. Circles for the joints, rectangles to connect it, and a triangle for the hand, okay? Then I drew the stomach and then did some other finishings on the leg. Now that we're done with the outline, it's time to make the sketch. So I made the sketch like 2 times because I wasn't really satisfied with it and I wanted to improve it. Make sure that you actually use the flipping to flip it as much as you can. Look at it upside down, sideways. Just keep looking at it in a different perspective. Use liquify and lasco to adjust to your taste. Also, the reference is right there. Use it. Basically, compare and contrast. See what is wrong. That's why I say flipping. It can help you see things you can't see. Also, I made a different separate video on how to draw face, so you can check that out. So now we're going to try it again. So in this one, it's more like a different pose and it's kind of sideways. So we started with the face, and after the face, we move on to the shoulder. We then duplicate it. Afterwards, we basically drew all the joints and then drew a line to connect them, and then we remove the reference and then try to draw this again. Next, we connect the joints with rectangles and draw the hand with triangle or like a rectangle too, and then copy this again. Afterwards, I said just a kind of circle for the chest. Then I drew the second hand with the joints and the rectangles to connect it, and then duplicated it. Now I'm drawing the hips. I don't exactly know what the name of this shape is, but this is what I drew next. I drew a line to connect the hip to the chest to help me duplicate it, and here is me trying to duplicate it. Then I move on to drawing the joints on the leg and other joints, and then connecting it with a rectangle, and then drawing the thighs and the feet. Now I'm copying it again. This was kind of really hard because it's not really like a correct shape, but Now I'm connecting the waist, and I think I'm done with the outline and I'm moving on to the sketch. So here's the one that I used for the thumbnail. I basically drew the face and then joints and the circle for the chest, and I just duplicated it the same exact way that I did the other ones. Was the same way I did this one, and you can use this for any pose you really want. And after making the outline, I decided to go into the sketch. So I'm going to recommend 2 things. The first one is that you should start with simple, easy poses. Don't start with poses like fighting poses, like really complicated poses. Just start with the easy ones, okay? Second thing is practice a lot. Like the first time I drew this, it wasn't that good, but after practicing 2 or 3 times or so, I was able to improve. So practice, use your reference as much as you can. I really hope you enjoyed this video. So comment which one is harder for you to draw, hands or legs. Make sure to like and subscribe to this channel so you get updated when I post my next video. Bye.